Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to create the look of a design stamped onto leather. This works for text, clip art, and any other one-color, high-contrast image. I provided this leather texture that you can download. Its link is in my video's description or project files. Feel free to use a different leather texture if you like. Before we begin, if you haven't yet subscribed to Blue Lightning TV, make sure you click that small subscribe button at the lower right so you know as soon as I upload new Photoshop tutorials. Open a high-contrast, high-resolution black and white image that you'd like to use for this project, or you can choose to type in text over the leather background instead. To place the design onto the leather background, press V to open your Move tool and drag it onto the tab of the leather background. Without releasing your mouse or pen, drag it down and release. To resize it, open your Transform tool by pressing Ctrl or Command T. Go to a corner. If you're using a version earlier than CC 2019, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it in or out. If you're using a later version, just press Alt or Option as you drag it. Then press Enter or Return. We'll remove the white background surrounding the design by using the Magic Wand tool. I'll make its tolerance 10 pixels. Click anywhere on the white background and press the Delete key on your keyboard. Deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D. We'll convert the design or the text into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively and allow us to replace it with a different design or different text without having to redo the effects. To do this, click the icon at the upper right and click Convert to Smart Object. Go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Blur it 1 pixel. Go back to Filter, Distort, and Ripple. Make the amount minus 60% and the size small. We'll convert our visible design or text into a smart object again, and then make a copy of it by pressing Ctrl or Command J. Hide the copy and make the original active. Reduce the fill to 0%. This makes the design or the text invisible, however, it'll retain the visibility of all the effects we add to it. Double-click an empty area of the layer to open its layer style window. I'll move it over so we can see more of the design. Click Drop Shadow. Click the box, and when the color picker opens, pick white. The blend mode is Overlay, and the opacity is 30%. Global light is unchecked. The angle is minus 135 degrees. The distance is 20 pixels. The spread is 2%, and the size is 60 pixels. The contour is linear, and the noise is 20%. Click Gradient Overlay. The blend mode is Multiply, and the opacity is 40%. Click the gradient bar to open the gradient editor. Click the black and white preset. The style is linear, the angle is 55 degrees, and the scale is 100%. Click Bevel and Emboss. The style is outer bevel, the technique is smooth, and the depth is 75%. The direction is up, the size is 10 pixels, and the soften is 6 pixels. As before, global light is unchecked. The angle is minus 120 degrees, the altitude is 30 degrees, and the contour is linear. The highlight mode is Hard Mix, the color is white, and the opacity is 40%. The shadow mode is irrelevant since its opacity is 0%. To save some space in the Layers panel, let's collapse the Smart Filters. Make the top layer visible and active, and reduce the fill to 0%. Double-click an empty area to open its layer style window, and click Bevel and Emboss. The style is outer bevel, The technique is smooth and the depth is 250%. The direction is down, the size is 10 pixels, and the soften is 5 pixels. The angle is 60 degrees, and the altitude is 40 degrees. Open the contour list and click the gear icon. Click the small or large list, scroll to rounded steps, and click it. Make the highlight blend mode, color dodge, and the opacity 30%. The shadow mode is multiply, and its opacity is 60%. Click inner shadow. Make the blend mode multiply, and its opacity 60%. If global light is checked, uncheck it and make the angle 30 degrees. The distance is 8 pixels, the choke is 0%, and the size is 10 pixels. Open the contour list and scroll to half round. Click inner glow. The blend mode is multiply, and the opacity is 40%. The color is black. Click the gradient bar to open the gradient editor. Click the foreground to transparent preset. Make the size 25 pixels and the contour linear. The range is 70% and the jitter is 20%. Jitter essentially varies the gradient's color and opacity. Click drop shadow. The blend mode is linear light. The opacity is 20% and the angle is 45 degrees. The distance is 4 pixels, the spread is 10%, and the size is 30 pixels. The noise is 0%. Now that we have our design or text stamped into leather, I'll show you how to place it in perspective and make it look as if you photographed it with a close-up lens using a low depth of field. This blurs the image the further away it is from your camera. Let's collapse the smart filters. We'll place the two layers that comprise our design into a folder by shift-clicking the lower one to make it active as well and pressing Ctrl or Command G. I'll name it Logo, but you can name yours whatever you'd like. In adjusting its perspective, we'll be increasing the left half of our entire image, so we'll need to decrease the size of our design or text over the leather background. Open your Transform tool, reduce it approximately this much, and reposition it to approximately here. We can always resize and reposition it later if we want to. Shift-click the background to make it active as well, and convert them into one smart object. Go to Edit, Transform, and Perspective. We're going to need more room around our image, so press Ctrl or Command and the minus key on our keyboard a couple of times to zoom out. Go to the top left corner and drag it up approximately this much. Then press Enter or Return. Now that I see it, I want to raise it up a bit. So I'll double-click the smart object to open its source and drag the logo up. Then I'll close the tab. If you see this message, just click Yes to update the smart object. To zoom back in, press Ctrl or Command and the plus key on your keyboard a couple of times, or you can fill your canvas with it by pressing Ctrl or Command 0. Next, we'll add a soft blur on the right side of our image to replicate the look of a photo that was shot using a low depth of field. Make a copy of the layer. Go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. I'll blur it 7 pixels. Click the Layer Mask icon to make the layer mask active, and open your Gradient tool. Click the Gradient bar and make sure the Linear Gradient icon is active. Click the black-white preset thumbnail. Go to the middle of your design and press and hold the Shift key as you drag the tool approximately half the distance to the right edge. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.